Please be seated. Tonight we ask ourselves, how do you kill that which has no life? Was this season ever alive? Was there hope? Was there delusion? Was there simply a yearning to feel something? An ACL here, an Achilles there, a hammy, a quad, an ankle and concussion. Some menial, pointless Essendon discussion. He's gone for the year. It's re-injured again. He may never be the same. For a membership they abstain. Why do I bother? His mind has thought. Maybe fix the deck on the indoor basketball court. For TBC will never be, let he who be, without injury. Why not kick backwards? For forward we fear. Let's bomb it long, the faithful will jeer. For tank we must, and slide we shall, in a league devoid of morale. Once more again, this year has fell, as we continue our lives in this sporting hell. Welcome to the funeral of Essendon's 2025 season. Joining me on the pew is Mert, hello.
G'day, mate.
And Joel, hello.
Condolences.
It's good to see you both. Mert, it's been a while.
How's?
Yeah. Thoughts, feelings, emotions?
Pretty expected.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty expected?
My condolences.
Condolences, some
Thank you very
flowers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been a tough
Thank
one.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Joel?
nothing unexpected.
Nothing unexpected. Joel?
No.
You know, you kind of think it's going to be easier when you see it coming from a long way. I mean, you know, we sort of knew this was coming. The kind of warning signs were there, and thought it was going to be easier. But you know, just feel like I didn't have a chance to say the right goodbyes, and yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, it is gone. It's probably worth addressing something else that's happening in this room at the moment. Death incarnate, sitting on the couch.
Gentlemen, I have had a big year. It has been, I've been flat out at Tullamarine. I tell you what, the burial ground, you thought it had a few in there before I got there, but I believe it's got more now. I got Parrish, I got Hayes, I got them all, baby. And I think I'm not done yet. I've got a few more injuries in me. I'm thinking next week a PCL maybe. I got a PCL in my life and maybe a shoulder dislocation just for the fun of it. It's been a big year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has
That
been a
is
big
great.
year. He's very ominously holding the head of Sam Draper there, who's very timely. The doll has fallen apart today.
It's got an ever delicate neck.
Yeah, it looks happier in heaven than he was at the Dons.
I think you're right. Where do you want to begin, fellas? Because, look, the weekend was an unmitigated disaster. I sadly attended. Did any of you guys go? No.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Well done. Well done.
I'm always there.
I'm always there. Yes, he's always there. I went and, like, I'll be honest, I didn't feel anything. I was just like, whatever. And then I got home and I found out that Nick Martin has done his ACL, and I shed a little tear. I was,
I thought it was a carpet graze at the time.
yeah.
Yeah. Like 6-week carpet graze or something like
Yeah.
that. But, yeah, ACL.
Yeah, we
We've
can't
never
have
seen one done like that before. So,
No.
yeah, novel ways of injuring ourselves these days. It's good.
It was, probably the saddest I've been all season, I reckon. It just felt like after so many kick in the guts, just one more to really kind of screw it in. And it's, what do you do from here?
You didn't expect it?
Yeah, I should have.
I
Not this
100%
week.
expected that result.
Yeah, just knowing that.
Just knowing that we're
Everything else is
shit,
gone.
we're directionless, we don't have any strategy, we don't have any tactics, we've got a shit coach. The players have lost it. Like, they're not playing well. They're not playing for the coach.
Well, I don't expect the injuries, is what I'm saying. Performance is another matter. It's just so sad to see it happen.
It is funny, isn't it, that you wonder how many more nails needed to be in the coffin and you just think that's enough that's enough now. And then Martin goes down, then Setterfield, and then we find out Hobbs even got a week with a groin. So, it's just tick, tick, tick. It's but what Mert talks about, I actually was thinking about after the game about the coaching, because I'm like, we haven't had a chance to bag him out because he's essentially had 3 years of excuses. And
yeah, but that's kind of the thing that doesn't sit well with me. It's that it's fine to be bottoming out, and I think the bottoming out, that had to happen in the first year, because what we've done instead is we're sitting here as though, there's no attention on us, and that we just get another, Scott just gets another year free. It's all fine, no questions asked, that's fine, we're rebuilding. But this should have been done in the first year he was at the helm. Like, why? My concern is, why did he play all of these senior players who everyone else knew were not up to it? And he played them over guys like, and we've done it to death, but over guys like Jake Kelly over Massimo, for instance. Like, players like that. Like,
Jake's just watching over you up there, his badges, just looking at us, yeah.
Like, why did we play Sam Wiedemann for essentially the entire year last year? Didn't play Patrick Voss when he was playing really well in the twos.
Yep.
And I mean, Voss for me he was more Stringer's role, but then we sacked Stringer at the end of the year anyway. So we've got a kid who's actually performing well at Freo now.
Yeah.
Who we could really use.
Player management's a huge issue.
And again, Scott just didn't. It was another one that Scott just didn't play. Like, there's just all these examples of guys in the last 2 seasons, in Scott's first 2 years, where he's just wasted those years, and now we're starting at where we should have started. So on this trajectory, this is a 10-year rebuild.
Yep.
Things are going to get worse next year.
Didn't they say it was an 8-year plan, a 7-year plan at one point, where they alluded to that?
It's not like they're going to be ready for round one.
But like we had there anyway. We had 0 injuries as well last year, and we were still fucking shit. So
I'm a lot more forgiving, I think, of the situation. And Scott, I think Essendon as a club and the way that it was run for such a long time, and how old Essendon Boise it was, I think Scott's hands were really tied for the first few years, and he probably did as much as he could. And then this year, I felt like was maybe that year where the shackles were finally off, and the board had been cleaned out, and that had sort of settled. And it just takes such a long time to turn a club that's this bad and this broken. And so, even though we saw a lot of debuts this year, probably only by virtue of the fact that injuries came, I feel like I've got more joy out of this year than I probably did last year and the year before, in a way, because I was just like, okay, finally I'm seeing something that might indicate future, as opposed to...
So, my concern for that is that I think we've missed, and this is getting nice and dark.
Hey, it's a funeral, it's a funeral, baby.
You never expect, but my big concern is that Zach Merritt's missed his window to play in a premiership, and we needed Zach Merritt with this current list, because if you look at our senior leaders, we're devoid of senior leaders.
Absolutely.
We don't have anyone else there.
No one there.
And no one has come on. Like, Andy McGrath's our fucking vice captain, for fuck's sake. We've got nothing there. So it's all fine to be rebuilding now. That's why we had to do it 2 years ago at the absolute latest, because now it's too late for those older guys. And so it's fine to have these young leaders who are good, guys like Martin and Caldwell and Durham, who absolutely look like they're driving something for the future. But it's pointless if they're going to be, 24, 25, 26, and we still don't have anyone in that older age bracket to take us through.
Yeah.
And my other concern is that there's no coherent game plan whatsoever. At no stage have we had any coherent game plan or any semblance of a coherent game plan under Brad Scott.
Yeah, no, I think ball movement over the last 3 years, and it came to a head over the weekend when I think Matthew Lloyd was on the Sunday Footy Show, and he made a point of talking about how I think no club goes backwards more than Essendon. Yeah. And I think about...
He calls them like the crabs at Essendon, because it's always sideways and shuffling sideways.
I always think about... I think the complaints we had 5 years ago are the same we had 3 years ago, and they're the same complaints we have today, which is the ball movement stagnant. The guys don't seem to be connecting. Forward entries are still atrocious, and I know that, again, we talk about the injuries and everything like that, but I find myself thinking, but they're all on the same training track. They're all being taught the same thing, and whatever they're getting taught, it's not right.
Yeah,
and
exactly
it doesn't work.
Yeah. Obviously inexperience is an issue, and there was a couple of weeks where I actually felt there was a bit of a direction going on. The Brisbane game and the Carlton game where, look, we lost both games, but we went down swinging. Like, we took the game on. We almost pulled off an absolute heist at the Gabba. Carlton game a little bit different in some respects, but they were really, really attacking. It was daring football. It was good to watch. And you walked away going, I didn't feel too bad about that. Like, we know the team that was available to us. We know where we were at, and I felt pretty good about it. But then you contrast that with what happened on the weekend, and part of me is like, is it the opposition going, oh, we're going to take this away from them? Is this a bit of an experience? Is this a bit of old habits from some people? Like Brad spoke about it, and like, it's fair. The lack of cohesion against some of these guys is unbelievable because like, they just don't play with each other. Like, there was, we looked at that stat in our chat today. So with Nick Martin going down, he'd played the most consecutive games of the club at 82. The next is Andy McGrath, 65. Then Zach Merritt, 56. The third most consistent player after that is Nate Caddy, a second-year player. Like, that doesn't show a lack of cohesion above the board just because of our senior group's inability to get on the park. Like, that's it right there. Go look at one of the other good clubs in the competition and you'll see guys who've played 50, 100, whatever consecutive games. Like, you know,
Richmond didn't have an injury for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and this is, again, I think I'm a little bit more forgiving, and I think why I feel that way is because I'm just seeing more than I feel like I saw in the past in terms of like, Vozo trying to be a bit more honest and doing things. They're reviewing what's happening, with the turf at the hangar. We're obviously going to have a pretty aggressive pre-season and we're kind of positioned now well with picks. So I just kind of feel like maybe the tides are changing, but I'm just trying to remind myself constantly that it is going to be slow.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got a wave of expectation here as Essendon fans and as a club, and it's shit to see it happen again and again and again. But if I can't pin my hopes on the young players that are coming through and the fact that we might have some decent talent for once.
Then what can you?
Yeah, what can I?
I agree on most of those points. Like, I think the club has actually taken a turn for the better finally. I think they've made really important decisions at an administrative level, at a board level, and throughout the club. But I think the one fatal mistake that they've made is Brad Scott is not the man to take them forward. I don't think he's competent.
Yeah, I am in the camp that I don't think Brad Scott is the next premiership coach of Essendon. I'm trying to like him from the point of view that I think he's working well with the structures of the club to get it in the right shape. Cool, get the list in the right shape, try and get the culture in the right shape. Then fuck him off and bring someone in that can win a cup. Because I look at it, it's his fourth year next year. If we have no injuries and we're still agitated mid-season, I don't think he'll make the end of the year, because at the end of the day, he's had...
They re-signed him though.
Yeah, I know.
He got re-signed, which tells me that they are all in on whatever this vision is. And like, I think, it kind of harks back to your initial point, Mert, about we should have had a rebuild 2 years ago. I think everyone who was at the club 2 years ago, and obviously Brad was the fresh eyes. There were people who was there who'd been around for longer. Everyone went, oh, nah, it's not that bad. There's something here. But there wasn't. And I think he came in going, this is a middle-ish area, could go up, could go down. And it clearly obviously went down. Whereas someone internal had to be brave enough and bold enough to go, hey guys, they're not good. We're not in a good position. Do it now. And I think that's why they re-signed him, because they were admitting the list is bad. We're miles off it, and stability is good for the future. Like, you don't want to be in a position where he's on 1 year and you've got a young group. Like, that's the worst thing they can have. You need stability.
There's stability, and I agree. There's stability, but then there's stability for the sake of it. And that decision to re-sign him off the base of no performance at all tells me that our club is not performance-centred.
Yeah.
It's not. You don't accept results like we have for the first 2 years under Scott and then decide to re-sign him off the basis of that.
It was akin to the Worsfold re-signing after an Adelaide win. It just struck me as
that was a classic.
It struck me as
the lid was off.
It just
glory days.
It struck me as reactive and really immature.
Yeah, King O was doing
Snow Angels in the city bus in front of Marvel.
But yeah, I just think it is just one of those things. 23, we started really well, then we dropped off. 24, we were doing even better, and then we dropped off again. And the complaints were that they weren't fit enough, they weren't professional enough as a playing group. There were issues behind scenes, blah, 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 blah. This year, the injuries. for Brad Scott, I just want to see a year where there's no excuses. I feel like there's been a number of excuses, and it does appear that he has enough excuses in those first 2 years, because from all reports, the club was absolutely rooted in a number of ways. You know, from the top down, the Coterie Group's influence and the board and everything like that. So you can tell he walked into a bit of a Scheisenhausen, but I think 2026, if we can get most of these guys healthy, I just want to see, to Mert's point, I just want to see what his game plan is, because I'm acutely confused at what he's trying to achieve.
Yeah, unfortunately, the way that the back half of the season's panned out is that a lot of good players won't be available for the first half of this year. Nick Martin's 12 months. Setterfield, Liz Frank injury is like 3 to 6 with got surgery, and that's a foot injury that ruins careers. Like there are some great players like Matthew Egan from the Cats. I'm pretty sure that he was a Liz Frank, and obviously medicine's come far in that time, but
not a Tullamarine. It has
not a
It's gone backwards, actually.
Not a Tullamarine. Yeah, Dr. Nuff's out there just experimenting, I think. But it's I don't know. I think the curse that we have amongst many is that because of the lack of success is that we don't have the patience to do the long way. Like Hawthorn went and did it the long way. Richmond are at the moment are taking the long road, and the long road historically has proven very successful for a lot of teams. But those are the supporter bases who are like, yeah, well, we'll be shit for a few years, but we've had a great era.
Yeah, but
and
that's
then we'll
kind
go
of
again.
that's also to that point of bottoming out at the right time.
Correct.
Like the long road didn't have to be 2 years of nothingness. 2 years of an essential time waste, which was the previous 2 years, and now we're bottoming out.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be shit again next year. We'll be really shit again next year. Probably be shit again the year after that. So, like, yeah, there's just so much time wasting as part of this, and there has to be a sense of urgency. As much as I can appreciate that the club wants to send a message and always loves to blame the supporters for being impatient, but fuck me, get a move on. Been fucking waiting for long enough.
Yeah, I've been sitting in gridlock on the Tullamarine freeway trying to get to the airport for years.
Well, we don't want to be shit next year or the year after, because if Tasmania comes in, there's a lot of compromised drafts coming. So you want to make sure you make the most of these ones now, and don't hope for good draft picks, because they're not coming.
Yeah, maybe the Liberal Tasmanian Party is Essendon supporters because they're trying to fuck Tassie off, so we have some chance to pick some players.
I think Tassie's happening.
Yeah, Tassie looks dead in the water, I think, which is great for us. Bad for our Tasmanian listeners, but good.
Did you see Tasmania's under-16 team against the Gold Coast Suns? They won by 174 points.
We'll take those kids.
Yeah, we'll take
come to Essendon.
Yeah, we'll get the next Andrew Phillips and Josh Green. We'll get him in. Get him in. Get him in. Do you want to talk about the game at all, or do we just want to rag on the club a bit more? What do you reckon? How do you feel,
it's the same
fellas?
thing.
Yeah, they're all shit.
I don't know. There's
I don't have much
Can't
to say
kick
about
for
the game.
shit.
The kicking was brutal.
It was the kicking was the worst I think it's ever been for what I would declare as perfect conditions at the MCG. It was cold, but there was no wind, there was no rain, and I was sitting there looking around, being like, "What's going on?" Like, obviously, like the Richmond players were just as bad, a little bit better. They obviously won, but that was some of. I don't know what happened.
Unpopular opinion for you, Rob.
Yeah,
I think Zach Merritt is the most overrated kick in the game.
Are you basing off of 1 week?
No, I'm basing it off probably at least half a season this year, as well as last year, where I just can't remember the last time he hit a leading forward on the tit.
Right.
He doesn't do it, and he missed Caddy a number of times on the weekend.
I think a lot of people were missing Caddy. I mean, look, I don't think he's been in great form this back half of the season. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It does seem like there was a lot of.
He's missed a lot of targets this year. He's made a lot of glaring misses.
I don't know. I do wonder if his head's in it as much as it has been. Like we spoke about. God, when was it? Like there was a game that like it really felt like his body language wasn't good.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'd love to know where his head's actually at, because I think it's got to be
probably Sydney.
Partly.
I was going to say GWS.
Yeah, Sydney, GWS maybe.
It's got to be a bit of pill to swallow to know that all of a sudden we're back to square one again, and he's been leading the front.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, to be honest. But, he's a stronger man than I.
Yeah, poor thing. Look, I don't have much to say about the game. I couldn't rewatch it. Like there was parts I was like, oh, maybe I should go and watch that 5 minutes or that just to I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Don't.
Do you have eulogies? Did you guys write anything special to say?
I wasn't wasting any more time on this.
I mean, as the Grim Reaper, I tend to enjoy the dark and the miserable, but even I couldn't stomach that game again. I mean, three quarters of only one goal. That was just pure vomit. The Dark Plague didn't look that bad.
Can I, I just want to talk about one player, and he's a young player. I don't want to tip on him too hard.
Let's go.
But I've never seen someone so unconfident in the ability to kick a ball than Elijah Sardis.
Yeah.
It was awesome that we actually took the game on and kicked that goal. And I was wrapped for him, like, all right, this is something we can build on here.
Yeah, he looked really good.
And then it just, suddenly just, you could see the fear in him whenever he got the ball. And, there was a few times where he, just straight away was like, how can I handball as quickly as possible, which is fine. But it is,
it's remarkable that he was... it's just it's so funny that he was picked to pick...
Pick five. To know what we gave up. To know what we gave up for that is just very much it's not his.
Meanwhile, Humphrey is just
killing
so
smashed us the week before.
So good.
It's not his fault we took him at pick 5. That's not his fault.
It's Fedora's fault.
It's Fedora's fault.
Because Fedora knew. He knew when he went into those interviews. They said, he's got great run, good handball, but they knew at that stage he couldn't kick.
Well, and he went, look at his TAC Cup, if you look at his highlights, he doesn't kick more than 20 metres in any of them. He doesn't hit a target.
Dodora
the worst highlights of all time. I told you he was going to be shit.
It's funny it's so funny that Dodora is, when he's got his hands tied behind his back and he has so few options at an SSP or a mid-season draft, he pulls out guns. But when he's got the world at his feet,
when he has choice,
he fucks up because he just goes. I think he panicked. And he just went, whatever, fuck, Greek kid. That'll do. That'll do.
Great kid with one kidney.
Yeah.
I feel...
And just decides to sue the club on the way out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's a boomer who keeps buying up old fixer-upper houses. I see potential in that. I'm like, this place is fucked. Knock it down. Yeah. Knock it down. No. I can fix that.
But this comes from Sheedy era where Sheedy used to always pick up dead shit talls because he said it was so much harder to find a good tall than any other position. Yeah. He gave us Courtney John, Scott Gumbleton, Kepler Bradley,
Aaron Henneman,
and Judd Lelich.
Jason Laycock.
The Cockman.
Don't forget him. Who's up there behind us? Cupido,
Mitch
James.
Brown.
I mean, James Stewart's not his era. Mitch Brown.
He's probably the best of the lot.
Yeah,
Stewart.
Yeah.
And Leroy Jetta, who nearly screwed up that Anzac Day game in 09.
Yeah. Some of the goats. Speaking of badges, I was at the game, went to the shop, and couldn't get any of the mid-season boys. I'm like, a Blackiston badge is rare as gold as far as I'm concerned. And they're like, do you want a Nate Caddy? I'm like, everyone's got a Nate Caddy.
Yeah, well, obviously I do.
Yeah, obviously I do, but also, where's...
I'll have another one.
I was like, I'm like, can I get a Blackiston? And she looked like me like I just said something another language. She's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, he plays for Essendon. Yeah. He's like my new favourite player. Can you get me one of his badges? And they're like, no, we haven't got that. Do you want a Dyson Heppel? We still have them. I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I came here for Blackiston.
We're going to have to do the home printouts and sell them out the front of the MCG.
Yeah.
Just up the road, just near Richmond Station.
I'm actually going to call the bomber shop tomorrow and find out if I can get one because I want one. I want him in an Archer May.
Sash badges.
I reckon you're going to have a chance to get an Archer May next year.
Archer May will definitely next year.
But
the Blackiston one, I got to get it now. I've got to get it now because I might not have it next year.
I've got a positive to come out of the game.
Yeah, please.
Archie Roberts is really good at footy.
Archie Roberts is
and he
sick.
should definitely leave.
Along with Zach Merritt and everyone else who's doing good.
No, he's great.
Young,
he's just so
young leader, got a bit of mongrel in him.
Yep.
Can use the ball well.
Big time.
Tackles. Yeah, everything that we are not.
Yeah, he doesn't drop his head when he makes a mistake as well either. He just goes straight back into it. And I feel like we've got so many leaders who, if they fuck up, then they're completely out of it, or you can tell that they're nervous around the footy. And I feel like he's just straight into
one.
it.
Losing's a habit.
Many.
Yeah.
Losing's a huge habit, and you can tell from the Mason Redmonds of the world, and even now the Zach Merritts of the world, losing is a habit. These guys, and these guys, they just give up. I just feel like there's a sense that these older guys feel like, I've been doing this for nearly 10 years. I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, I'm going to jog back after my.
And the funny thing is, you talk about Archie Roberts. He's really good. Nate Caddy didn't have his best game, but he tries like a demon. Kaka. I can see there is a core of young
even,
guys.
But even someone like Dersma, like you can tell that he's come from a non-Essendon environment.
Yeah.
Because he runs defensively so hard.
Yeah.
And for me, I always thought he was just like kind of a bit of an outside winger. But he tackles hard and he fucks up. He's not the best user of the footy.
Yeah. He's Essendon with the ball, but he's put Adelaide without the ball.
Yeah. Like he goes hard. And he's another young player. So
there are green shoots. It's just...
Yeah,
there's always green shoots.
It's that lack of leadership, and that's
Yeah.
for me, that's the most fundamental part of it.
Do we now consider the possibility of going, okay, if the Cole Langfords of the world and the Redmonds potentially and Parrish, fingers crossed, and potentially even Mert, and they say at the end of the year, hey guys, I want to go. Are we going, cool, you can go, but we'll try and bring in some 24-year-old guys that we can see as leaders, that are bit players? Because I don't need superstars at the club. I need guys that can play a role, Paul Roos style at Sydney. Think about what he did to Ted Richards.
I reckon we should try and get Paco back.
So that'll be
exactly what we need.
Definite leadership. Just out the back, boys.
I tell you, that's my hottest take. Is I think Stringer will be playing with Mert again next year at GWS. That's my dark fear. I think.
But like
they look pretty bloody good against Geelong on the weekend.
I know, they've just hit form at the right time for a Thursday night thrashing of us.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah,
just load up.
Yeah, on the leadership thing, it is so important just to have that group of players who have been there and done that. And if some of them are to go, like I don't think it'll be all of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if one did, maybe two. But you got to look around the league and go, all right, who has been in a successful system that one still has some legs in them and can provide on the field, and there's going to bring us something.
A Luke Hodge.
Yeah, a Luke Hodge type.
Yeah.
Whether that's from a Geelong or a Sydney or a Collingwood, I don't know where they're going to be coming from.
James Kelly would probably get selected in our side still.
Yeah, he probably could.
He's probably fitter than most of the blokes, to be fair.
Yeah.
He probably
better,
could.
heaps better.
I'm still gutted he retired.
He was so good.
How the mighty have
He was
fallen.
amazing.
And Chappie, what's Chappie doing?
Yeah, what's Chappie doing?
I think
that's what I need is a James.
Yeah.
I need a Chappie badge.
I still think that was a missed opportunity. Just how much more could we have persuaded James Kelly to stick around for one more year? Because I think he was invaluable to that youth that we had at the club.
He's an on-field coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need one.
Yeah.
Who that is?
Andy McGrath's our vice captain, fellas. So it's good.
For this year at least.
And if hypothetically Zach Merritt left, conceivably he'd be captain next year.
No.
It'd have to be Durham, surely,
not.
right?
We'll protest and not do the pod.
There's the darkest timeline.
It would have to be Duz.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it.
I love the idea of him giving press conferences.
Just give it to Nate Caddy.
Him and Caldwell.
Just give it to Nate Caddy. Just Nate Caddy's
God,
just
piece
backing
of
captain, third year. Who cares?
Yeah.
Talk about speedboats every week. It'd be great. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah. Joel, do you want to give us your eulogy if you've prepared one?
I shall. I didn't go traditional. I sort of thought it's pretty long, so I might cut a little bit out.
No, we have time.
We've got time?
We have time.
All right, well,
It is long.
We've done quite a number of funerals now, and I think a really important part of these days that we haven't necessarily always discussed is the music.
Yep.
Like, it's really important to have a playlist that represents,
Good point.
The life and times of Essendon's 2025 season. And so instead of a eulogy, I just thought I'd talk about a couple of songs that I think are on the playlist for this year. Good Funeral playlist has, well-known songs, songs with personal connections to the deceased, and, maybe a few random ones that aren't just known yet from up-and-comers, that were really important to the club. Thought I'd start with a few Aussie classics, of the Australian game. So ACLC, with its long way to the top if you can't kick a goal, and their smash hit about the Dons injury list, TBC. Another good Melbourne band, the Skyhooks, with their cracking song about the Dons percentage, I'm living in the 70s. And another Aussie song written about everyone on our list apart from Zach Merritt, Passenger by Powderfinger.
Great song.
I also obviously, wanted to get some international acts on the playlist. So from the Red and Black Hot Chili Peppers, Scar Tissue.
Yep.
And their catchy song written about Essendon's disposal efficiency. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. some Johnny Cash with "I'd Been Everyone Man," and then the Who also recorded a special edition of their song about Essendon's backline for today. Where are you? Where? I really want to know. Yeah. And then obviously I've got some local lesser lights who I just wanted to introduce. Local artist Sam Durham does a fantastic cover of Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
As you can imagine.
Like that.
Personal favourite, great little band who are making their way and also doing some great online content. Andy McGrath and the Pigeons, who do a great rendition of Pando Number 5. So yeah, I just thought it was important that we had the right playlist for this event.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
Can we make a Spotify playlist with that
of those
on
songs.
Sash?
You could also, by the Who, you could do Tommy, Deaf, Dumb and Blind. So that would be very. That's me as a supporter, I think.
There were so many that I thought were way too dark, and I was like, all right, I'll try and get some gags because a lot of these emotional songs are hitting me too hard right now.
Yeah. Oh man, I was getting pretty emotional on Saturday night when I did that Nick Martin video. I was just like, what's the saddest song that I can think of off the top of my head? And I found one in the end, but that's really good. Yeah, one for social. Send us in your Don's songs. That'll be good.
I gotta admit, Joel, I know I painted up and looked like Grim Reaper today, but that's a lot of fucking effort you just went into.
Well, I'm unemployed at the moment, so the beard, the long hair, I kind of had plenty of time.
Yeah. Well, there might be a role at the SNC department at Essendon in a few months' time. So yeah, how do you go in that space?
I can't. Well, I don't know how to use my phone very well, but I'll get myself and list Frank Sinatra down, and we'll belt out a few tunes.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Now, usually this would be a time we did the votes, but I forgot to put out the votes, so I reckon we can just kind of make it up as we go of that game. Did anyone have someone they'd like to recommend for one vote from the weekend's performance? Someone you thought played well?
Jesus.
No one. Okay. No one will get a vote. 2 votes, anyone?
I'll go maybe Does.
Does for 2 votes. All right. Does has got 2 votes. There we go. 3 votes. Anyone?
MCG Pigeons.
Archie Roberts, and that's about.
Archie Roberts. Well, I was going to give him the 5, I reckon. We go to 5.
Do we go 5?
We go to 5. I can tell you haven't been listening.
Well, we can give him
5 players.
We can give him the 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
They were really shit.
Yeah.
I reckon Does is just about a 2, and then
no 3.
nothing.
No 3.
Jordan
no
Ridley.
4.
We can give Jordan Ridley.
Yeah, Jordan Ridley was
give him
okay.
some love.
Jordan Ridley can have 3 votes.
Yeah.
There we go. Beautiful. Well, we stick that one in there. Gents, any more rants, thoughts, opinions before we take a break? Anything else you'd like to say?
I don't know if I'm emotionally stable enough to say anything that's worthwhile right now. It's just... It's a pretty dark time to be the Grim Reaper at Tullamarine. There's just so much work.
Yeah,
I'm doing double shifts.
Yeah, I am actually starting to wonder if under that hood and makeup, it is actually Adrian Dodoro sitting over there.
There's a chance.
There's
a chance. I mean, God knows he worked well for me. He was one of my favourite employees. He's now at Port Melbourne now. It doesn't do me as much work. They seem to be doing just fine. So no, it's I'm like, if anyone wants to take the role of Dodoro, I mean, I lost Crowe, I lost Dodoro. I mean, I lost Rutten. He was a good soldier for me.
I have something to say about that. Yeah.
Rutten?
Yeah, well, pre-game I saw him, he was walking along the boundary. And then, as Essendon was continually bombing it long into 50 all game, all I could think about was Ben Rutten sitting in the Richmond coaching boxes laughing.
I taught them that.
That's all I could think about.
Well, you planted Brad Scott from the AFL, so you've done a good job there.
No, look, the AFL is one of my favourite things that I've ever orchestrated, and Brad Scott, again, he does what he's told. He always replies to my emails very quickly, kick it backwards, and he kicks it backwards. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. So it's him and Trump. They're my 2 favourites at the moment.
Big Don, yeah. Let's take a break. We'll come back with some hot takes after this. Stick around.
Thanks, Rob. It's that time of the week where we get some totally rational and well-adjusted opinions onto the pod. On the Sash, it's Hot Takes.
Hot Takes.
Here we go. Hot takes. Let's get into them. Inundated, to say the least. We'll try and play as many as we can. Obviously, a lot of very similar themes. A lot of people who seem to be struggling to use their phones particularly well, just like they'll be like talking and then they'll be like, and then blah, 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 and then back over here. I'm like, okay, I didn't catch any of that. So, yeah, let's just get stuck into it, gents. This is the Bulleen Bomber to kick us off.
We're fucking shit. What a fucking game did I watch? What did I just watch? Funeral time, boys. Funeral time.
How good.
Yeah.
How good.
It couldn't have been after any other week than this week. Like, if you'd have pushed the funeral back another week, there would have been mutiny.
Yeah, well, I mean, people were calling for it earlier, and like, I know, I say that like I like to do it when we're mathematically done, but I was like, there's lower than where we are. There's a rock bottom coming, and like, you know, I'll say this: if we lost, but Martin and Setterfield were okay, I reckon I could have held on for a little bit longer. But that was it for me. That was the tipping point. I was like, no, that's it. And look, you know, we can't have a funeral on Friday after the Giants thrash us on Thursday night, so doesn't feel right. This is Caddy's Fresh Airy.
We are fucking cooked. We're cursed. Nick Martin's done his knee. The Equinox, he's fucking done his ankle. The train, fucking off the rails. It's never going to get funding. The hangar's cursed. We're never going to get the ground fixed. All our players will just keep going down. We don't even deserve to win this absolute stinkfest. We're fucked.
There we go.
So the game's still on.
Yeah,
Is
the
that
game's
what-
still going. The game's still going.
He saw the writing on the wall, didn't he?
Yeah. It's good. It's good. Let's keep moving. This is I would rather sandpaper my eyeballs than watch that shit. Good name. Good name.
Boys, watching that just gave me AIDS, cancer, and the plague. That was something. Now, in all honesty, they had to be tanking, right? There is no way that Mason Redmond, with 2 minutes to go, 2 goals down, is chipping that ball backwards unless it's a deliberate play. It's the only thing I'm holding on to. Surely that was, we just saw tanking. Please? Please?
I hope so.
Yeah. Let's all think that that's what's happened.
Yeah.
This is not the year for tanking from what the draft reports are. It is
Yeah.
a very lean year. If we're tanking in the wrong year because it's from all, for like I said, all reports, it is a very, very lean draft year. So, of course, Essendon has a phenomenal hand in such a shit draft
Yeah.
year.
Well, maybe the difference between pick 3 and pick 4 is that big that it's worth doing now. You know, maybe the drop off is that quickly early in the first round.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
North can win a few more games to get a little lower.
Oh, can St Kilda just hurry up and fucking win a game and get past us on the ladder,
God,
please?
they suck.
I was watching that game yesterday. I was rooting so hard for St Kilda. I was like, please get above us.
Yeah.
Get above
they
us.
bottled that.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Louis. Thank you, Louis.
Go fuck yourself, Essendon.
Short and to the point. Mwah.
Louis. Nice work.
Yeah. This is R.I.P. Dons.
Well, to say that was fucking embarrassing and disgraceful, that was... I don't even put it into words, to be honest. Thank God it's a funeral, and we can worry about 2026, because that isn't deplorable. Yeah, I'm just flat, really. I'm fucking over it. Perfect weather, perfect conditions, and we still can't fucking kick a goal, even when it's on the goal square. And you know what's pissing me off? We got 2 minutes to go, and we're trying to win the game. Oh, let's try and kick the ball fucking sideways, fucking idiots. Useless.
He's not wrong.
I don't think he's signing up next year. I don't think that guy's signing up.
No. Let it all out.
Yep.
That's what funerals are for.
I can't believe the club keeps giving away these free 4-game memberships to ex-members. I didn't re-sign this year because of the exorbitant price of the membership, and I had a kid coming. And then just out of nowhere, I get this email. Here's your membership for 4 games for free. I haven't used it.
Yeah. I want to reject it. I was like, how dare you sign me up?
Because
for
I'm
this?
super suspicious that I'm just going to get an auto payment rock up and suddenly I'm a member for 2026. I don't
yeah.
trust these
Well,
bastards.
Dan got a call today asking why one of his membership payments hadn't gone through, and Dan's like, of all the days to call me, guys, really? Come on.
really?
Like, I know it's not your fault, membership guy, but come on.
That's rough.
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, come on, Dan. Pay your membership.
Lift your game, Dan.
Yeah. This one is dead. Thank you, Dead.
The Equinox foot, dead. Ricky Martin, dead. Essendon's 2025 and probably 2026 season, dead. Come on, a 2030 premiership, baby!
Yep.
Joel, was it you that said that we were going to win a final next year?
No, I said 2027.
That's still bold.
Yeah.
Still bold.
See, yeah, at the time, Rob called it tepid, but it's becoming bolder and bolder by the
Bold.
week.
It is very, very, very bold. All right, what do we got next? We're going to try and skip through a couple of these. This is Sad. Thank you, Sad.
Well, this is a new low. But seriously, have you boys ever seen a worse season for injuries? Like, for any club, that is, while you've been watching footy? Because I cannot recall. And Rob, please don't go down to Geelong, mate. It's just not going to be worth it. I don't care what plans you have down there. Just do not do that to yourself, mate. As a fellow Essendon fan, I don't want anyone to go, honestly. Anyway, cheers, boys.
Yeah, maybe we can see if the club can just not go to Geelong. Just have the week off.
That's how I feel about the Gold Coast game, at least. It's like, surely that one just a forfeit.
Yeah. If we have enough injuries from now till that game, can we forfeit the Gold Coast game?
I'd say to them right now, you can have the 4 points. We'll mark it as a 24-point loss. We just move on.
Yeah.
This is Essendon's season is a great promotion for a shorter season, because imagine if this was like a 30-week season. It'd be fucked.
Yeah. The I guess the only West Coast were pretty similar a couple of years ago.
West Coast.
That's probably the biggest comparison that I can make. And look, they're doing great now. So
They've
I think it's worked out really well.
They've recovered fantastically.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think anything's gone wrong there. They're flying high as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, their average loss is only around 7 goals, so tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, exactly. West Coast, here we come. This is Get McMahon in.
1 goal, 13 in 3 quarters of football against the bottom 3 side. We are fucking shit.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing McMahon play. It's a good shout. Surely it's going to happen.
Another debut. Yeah, there's word that Caddy might be rested this week. So
yes. He was off the training track, and they said it's not just because it was his birthday, because that would be the most fucking primary school thing ever if you got a day off fucking school for your birthday and you're 20 years old. But they said it was Menzies, McMahon, and some other nuffy was working in the forwards group this week.
Gresham, maybe?
Yeah, conceivably.
Yeah. This is Jimbo Bones. Thank you, Jimbo.
Rob, it's James. Fucking great to meet you before the game. I told Joel's nervous. The rest of the year and everything else can go get fucked. The highlight was meeting you, mate.
It's a sign of a bad day if I'm the highlight.
Yeah. It's funeral time if that's the highlight.
Yeah.
I have seen people, how they react when they see you. If it's I remember it was after an Adelaide loss. It was excitement people had, but filled with rage.
Yeah. I recall someone just walked past and went, "Rob, what the fuck?"
And you were I believe you were tying up your shoes and you said, "Yeah, don't know, mate.
Don't know, can't help you."
Is it possible for us to do a post-game, not necessarily live, but set up a hot take station and just record them all as people are walking out of the ground?
I mean, I genuinely would like to get the Vox Pops going. Cause we tried to do it years ago, but the problem was I used to get way too emotional after games. So after a loss, I didn't want to do it. Whereas I think now I'm a bit more level-headed. So look, if I've got enough money to pay someone to do all the production for me, then might do it.
2026, baby.
It could happen. It'd be good fun. That's an excuse me to go to more games.
Yeah,
just stand at the front and just have people be like, "Yeah," into the microphone. Get a bit of Arsenal fan TV vibes going.
Yeah.
Sash TikTok.
Yeah. All right. This is I'm So Mad.
Hey boys, just because we dropped the bloke with a P heart doesn't mean the rest of you have to fucking play like him. Archie's in the twos, where he belongs. We should have just left those kind of performances in the fucking twos. Oh my god, that was horrible. Fuck!
There we go. Here we go. Let's keep flying through. This is Plane Crash.
Guys, how are ya? I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday night. I know I was until I sat down and watched that fucking abysmal performance. Now my eyes are really sore. It may cause me to drive into a tree, but I don't know what the fuck was that. Does anyone know what the fuck was that? Sam Durham, pretty good. Archie Roberts, pretty good. Todd Goldstein, probably the only composed player in the fourth quarter. Yeah, what the fuck was that? I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know. But RIP, see you boys at the funeral on Monday.
Please drive responsibly.
And I think he was turning right.
Yeah, turning right or left. Let's find out. This is the Badger. Thank you, Badger.
Oh, well, rest in peace, Essendon's 2025 season. Fuck me.
Short and to the point. This one's a bit weird, but let's give it a go. This is Lydia the Brave.
Okay, let's relax. Look into my eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. On Saturday, the 12th of July, Essendon did not play. On this day, you watched an incredible match at Wimbledon, where our young Australian hero, Rinky Hijikata, played in the men's doubles finals and came runners-up after only meeting his partner at the beginning of the tournament. He was the best player on the court on this day. That is the only match you watched on the 12th of July, 2025.
I'm there. I'm at Wimbledon. I'm having strawberries and cream. I don't go for Essendon.
Wait a minute.
My life is good.
What is this? Who are you guys?
Oh, where have I been?
Where are we?
Death's here. Oh.
I'm a little worried that the positive night that we were supposed to be imagining was still a loss to an Australian.
Also Australia.
Still fucking lost.
Yeah, Wimbledon's Wimbledon. That sounds good to me. Let's keep moving. This is Ben Farrelly. Thank you, Ben.
I just actually left the game, walking over the footbridge back to the city. And there was a bloke begging for money, a homeless bloke. And I said, mate, you're probably the luckiest bloke here because you couldn't afford to get in to watch that shit.
I'm sure that's exactly what he wanted to hear.
Can I have a dollar? Well, at least don't go for Essendon, mate. I need someone to stay. Oh, you should be thankful you don't go for Essendon.
I do go for Essendon, please.
Please. Yeah, help me out. Help the fella out.
Yeah.
This is how to cope. This is how to cope a 2025 eulogy. There we go. That's how you cope, everyone. That's how you cope. Shout out to all the kids at home.
Should have known.
Yeah.
Should have known that was coming.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, we're gonna get some pretty dark areas from this point. Rory from Scotland. We always love Rory's contributions.
Well, the end of the Dawn season. And it honestly feels like being the 998th boy in the Bonnie Blue queue. You're going in, you know you're going to make no impression, you're barely going to touch the sides, and you're going to come out with several serious medical issues off the back of this little escapade. Roll on the trade and draft period. This is a tough one. Walking like penguins from getting severely bummed silly by all these shit teams like Richmond. What a life.
There we go.
How nice did it sound where he was? The birds
Yeah,
chirping.
the birds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in a garden somewhere.
Even though his content he kind of lulls you into a false sense of security because you're like, this is so lovely and his voice is so nice and soft, and then he says some crazy shit.
Some dark stuff. Some real Scottish stuff. Yeah. This is the Reaper, maybe sent in from you over there.
My cousin.
Mr. Grimm.
That Mardo injury aside, which is an absolute fucking heartbreaker, that was like a genuinely painful game to watch. Just really unpleasant. Skills wise, it looked as though there was no game plan, just dudes like kind of wandering around aimlessly. I know we got lots of young kids, but that was like gross football. That's the worst game we've played all season, in my opinion. And yeah, definitely like, bring out your dead! Bring out your dead!
Get him out.
Switch up. Yeah. They to lose to a team that didn't kick a goal in the second and third quarter is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's bold. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it is wild. The game really opened up and then 2 goals were kicked.
How exhausting was that game, though? It's just like, why am I watching this? I'd watched Superman during that day. I had walked out of that movie with hope, and then I watched the Essendon game, and I was like, I'm ready to die.
Yeah.
Done for.
This is the Braden Ham fan club. Thank you, Braden.
Can we please stop with the Essendon disrespect? I used to live near that school. They weren't that fucking bad. They would defend in transition. They wouldn't do 4 ACLs a season. It's gotta stop. Essendon is disrespectful to put them on our level. And by the way, we need to start a new train. There's a new train heading in a different direction. I don't know if Jesse will like it, but hop on the merger train. It's happening.
Yeah, we'll merge with Carlton. All right, 2 to go. This one is peculiar, is how I describe this. So let's have a listen. This is Pray for Marjorie.
Well, well, well. I have a bone to pick. You see, gentlemen, I have a peculiar fascination with early making love to my dear Marjorie when the Bombers of Essendon have a victory. And yesterday happened to coincide with my dear Marjorie's birthday. As you can imagine, the last few years have been a bit barren on Marjorie's birthday. However, at the start of the year, when I saw the Bombers of Essendon were playing the Tigers of Richmond on the 12th of July, my dear Marjorie's birthday, a few flickers of excitement in mine and her heads alike. But, like with all things Essendon, Marjorie, down! You know the rules.
I have no idea what that was. It's so, I don't know. I had to play it.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on there.
No, neither.
If we could have that every week,
yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
Poor Marjorie.
Poor Marjorie.
Yeah, your present to your wife is to, make love. I don't know if that's what they want. I feel like
it's cash usually. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Let's end on a song. We like to end on a song, so this is nice. This is Feel Like Crab.
I'm so tired of being here. The season's over and it's on to next year. And if I have to care, I wish that I did not care. But my attention still lingers here. Essendon, leave me alone. The injuries don't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. We cried at Dyson's trophyless career. When we choke, I'll drown in 100 beers. But we're shit, it's been 25 fucking years.
but we still are. Essington.
How good.
Yeah, that was nice.
What a nice note to end on.
Tearjerker.
After all the absolute rabble, God knows what preceded that. But, fellas, another one in the books.
Yep.
Another funeral. And there's still 5 games to go? 6 games to go? 5 games to go?
At least. Oh, well, I know that we're going to have a
potentially
12.
6.
Is it a 12-game lose streak we're expecting to finish the year on?
Yeah. Okay.
Surely we've got one more in us.
No.
I was like, Matt,
No, Rob.
like, come on, let's win. Let's win one more game.
It's just, the fact that we have this many injuries and the season's gone this bad so far and there's still this many games to go is really, really daunting.
Yep.
What month was our last win? It was June, wasn't it?
Against the Tigers, it was dream time.
So, yeah, okay. So,
June.
Yeah.
So if we're looking
or
at June.
May even.
6 more games.
Wow.
6
So
more games.
if we start really poorly, we could go a calendar year without a win.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I feel like the most Essington thing would be for us to like lose 4 or 5 games, and then basically we win one, which stops us from getting, say, pick 3, and then North Melbourne or St Kilda, whoever it is, take like the next Dusty.
That's definitely going to happen.
And we take
the next Perko.
Yeah. Whoever.
Oh, that's
Whoever.
gross.
Poor Perk.
I know, I feel for him.
No, he needs to go somewhere else. No offense.
I think I need to go somewhere else, to be honest. Another podcast.
I need to get this fucking
Got
makeup
nowhere
off.
else to go.
Yeah, it's starting to crack on your face.
This
I can
makeup
see.
is killing me. I'm so itchy.
Yeah, it must be hot.
You
as
keep
well.
looking over at me and like squinting.
Well,
and
yeah,
like,
I'm
is he
worried because
okay?
I've got all this white makeup over the Grim Reaper outfit.
Yeah, I
and I
thought-
got to go home in this. People are going to see me in traffic.
Yeah, I thought. Please drive with the hood on like that.
Everyone will know that you're coming from the hangar.
Yeah, at one point I was like, are you twitching or is this like your face really itchy?
My nose has been twitching so badly. I'm fucking dying.
Oh my god. My god. Well, gents, thank you very much for joining me. A bit of fun.
It's good to be here, and on to another season.
Yeah, we'll have a wake on Friday. That's a preview on Wednesday? God, what's that going to be like?
Just as optimistic as this has been, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find something to talk about. But Faithful, thank you very much for joining us for another Essendon funeral. Stay faithful, I guess, or don't. I don't really care what you do, to be honest.
Drive safely.
Yeah,
safely.
Please drive safely. That's if there's any message to take out of tonight's podcast is that you should drive safely.
Yeah,
that is the number one thing.
And if you're doing a hot take, maybe just turn the TV down a little bit.
Yeah. Exactly. But thanks, everyone. Preview show on Wednesday night for what is going to shape up to be an absolute classic Thursday night game. I'll play a quick game, actually, really quick game. How many people are going to show up to Thursday night's game at Marvel Stadium? Thursday night, known for low attendances, GWS. We are not very good. What do you
I reckon I'm going to say 16.
I was going to say, interesting. I was actually going to say 17,000.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
9,000.
Single digits.
You're going A-League crowds.
Oh, yeah. All big time. Yeah, Western United right here.
Oh, here we go. I like that a lot. Dan, prediction?
I'm not going, so...
Dan's not going? Dan's going for 12. Dan's going for 12.
It's going to be grim.
It's going to be grim. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your support, as always. We'll see you next time. Go Dons.